Of course, this storm is part of a much larger system stretching all the way to our south.
Meteorologist Amber Twardy also joining us in studio this morning. So Amber, tell us about the rest of the country and what they're experiencing.
Yeah, this is a very widespread system that's not just going to be impacting us, at least here in West Michigan, but across much of the Midwest. Now, at this point, yes, an enhanced risk that is largely going to be through Wisconsin into West Michigan, extending down through the Chicagoland area as well as into northern Indiana. What we're anticipating out of this is that possibility of large hail that could be 2 inches in diameter or even greater, scattered wind damage with winds that could be upwards of 75 miles an hour at times, and also seeing the potential for strong tornadoes. Now, this is something that we're going to be watching, especially as we're heading into the evening hours and continuing into the overnight hours as those storms make their way further and further east. Here's what we're expecting in terms of those impacts, though. Now, the hatched area, that's something I want to point out to you because that's especially getting closer to the Kalamazoo area and then starting to go a little bit further south into northern Indiana. That's where we could be anticipating a potentially strong tornado. So this is going to be a system that we're watching that likelihood for severe weather, just like Sam said. Now, it's not just the tornado risk, though. We're also going to be expecting a wind risk here, hatched area being pretty much entirely through West Michigan into northern Indiana, and a hail risk also going to be present with this, potentially large hail for many areas as well. That hatched area showing 2 inches or larger hail, that would be for much wider area as well. So anticipating some pretty decent impacts out of this, many areas that are going to be expecting severe weather into this evening and into tonight. Storms starting to blossom over Wisconsin as we're heading into this evening, continuing as they move further east, getting into the overnight hours. Around about 10-11 o'clock is when I would expect to see those strongest storms arriving, continuing to move through, clearing the area by about 2 o'clock, at least here in West Michigan. But for those on the east side of the state, still going to be expecting more of those impacts as we're heading into the overnight hours. Still anticipating even more impacts too further to our south as we're getting into the end of this week, continuing into the weekend. Sam will have your full forecast, talking a little bit more about what we can expect locally closer to home coming up in just a little bit.
All right, we'll check in soon. Thank you. And you can stay weather aware with the 13 on your side app. Get alerts and notifications as well as access our radar and all of our forecasts on that app as well. Also check out our streaming app 13 Plus. We're going to have a live stream on the severe weather as it happens tonight. Download 13 Plus on your TV and watch for free.